Day number 4 of Advent of Code. I'm Liz Fong-Jones at Liz the Gray, and I'm really excited to be doing this with you all for the 4th day of Advent of Code 2020. So before we go ahead and get started, I just wanted to say that what's on the top of my mind right now, and honestly, it's not Advent of Code. It is unfortunately misconduct and racism at Google that has me occupying a lot of my brain right now. For those of you who aren't aware, a prominent research scientist at Google was told to retract a paper, or else she asked why. She said, unless you tell me why, I'm just going to resign. And they refused to tell her why, and instead of letting her keep her health insurance until January, they immediately terminated her, which is unfortunate, is not right, and in addition to being a prominent researcher, she is a black woman, and she experienced a lot of racial discrimination while she was at Google. So that's basically what's on my mind right now. So I support Timnit, and I encourage other people to look into that situation, especially if you are involved in a tech company, or if you're an academic or a researcher or a student. Please do chime in, because academic freedom matters, and it's really, really important for folks to be able to criticize the systems that we are building when we write code. That those systems do have real implications, and it's important for us to understand what those implications are going to be before we go and build the thing and discover that we've accidentally built death robots. So yeah, that's what's on my mind today that I wanted to talk about in the brief period of time before we go ahead and start with the coding. I am looking forward to the distraction of getting to Advent of Code. I am really looking forward to that, but I think that I am an entire person, and that means that it's important to it's important to highlight that we have other stuff going on in our lives in addition to just to the kind of pure joy and fun of computer science. Awesome. So typically what happens in Advent of Code by this point is typically somewhere in the first kind of 4 to 6 days, the difficulty curve does start going up. And typically the difficulty curve does ramp up significantly once you get to the weekend, because Eric recognizes that people are doing Advent of Code, before work, after work, and that they kind of need to stop when they, need to go to bed or go to work. But he gives slightly harder problems on the weekends. So in particular, I'm really excited about what tomorrow's puzzle is going to be. But for today, the puzzle unlocking in 2 minutes, I'm expecting something that involves a little bit more algorithmic thinking and a little bit less kind of more procedural programming. I suspect at this point we might see some kind of A-star search, we might see some kind of optimization problem rather than a pure thing that you can brute force. Hey Viwu. Aren't you streaming today? I remember you're the person who runs CoderPad, right? Anyways, thanks for joining us, Vincent. Awesome. If you're still going after I finish, I might host you after I'm done. I kind of like to spread the love around between people who do Advent of Code. So thanks, you too. Good luck. Cheers. And with that, I'm going to actually do the 60-second ad break real fast so that we can have no pre-rolls for the next 20 minutes or 30 minutes or how long it takes us to solve it. Yes, we are a community. We cheer each other on, right? This is not a pure competition, right? This is a bunch of people who really want to support each other, and I think that's really awesome. Whew, cool. Well, while we're on ad break, I'm going to go and get a glass of water. Okay. Hey, A9. I am so glad that you're here. 20 seconds to go, roughly. Actually, more like 10 looking over to the right, but And also, A9, the community would not be what it is without you, honestly. Okay, day 4, let's go. Oh no, we don't have our passport. Okay, we're going to hack the passport scanners. Ah. So we're hacking it to ignore missing CID fields. Okay. Great. I think I know what to do with this. So this is just primarily going to involve using a map. So we're going to quickly store this in k4.input. Are these separated by groups? Oh yeah, okay, so 2 new lines means that it's a new group. Great. Alright, so let us do it this way. Let's see. So I don't actually want to do this way. I want to actually append 2 new lines onto the end of the file just to make my life easier. So we'll just do it this way, I think. That should do it. Okay. So So if the previous line was empty and the current line is empty, then we're going to start a new passport entry. And all of these things could have arbitrary string values, and that's fine. Okay. So now I think this should do it. Let's see this. Actually, no, I don't need to explicitly close this off. I can just that was fine the way it was. All right. So how are we doing this? So I'm right now extending the list. If I have 2 new lines in a row. Otherwise, this is just a normal line containing data. Don't need strconv because I'm not parsing ints yet. Okay, so string split on the S, and then the delimiter is space. So then for each key val, why are we not splitting on double new lines? We are splitting on double new lines here. If prev line empty, then and the current line is empty, then we increment I. That's what I think I'm doing, Ariel. Oh, why are we not passing it to split? Oh, yeah, you're right. That's you're 100% correct. That is a better idea. Does it have any weird edge cases? I'm pretty sure that has the weird edge case that the last value is going to be empty. Okay, but let's. Oh yeah, I think I know why I did it that way. I think the reason that I did it that way is because I don't want a stray new line character here in the middle of this expression to cause it to choke. Because then that would cause me to have to change this split here to not only split on space but also split on new line character. I think that's why I'm doing this. So maybe there's a more efficient way, but this is the way that I'm pretty sure that I can get to work pretty quickly. So that's why I'm not doing that, Ariel. Okay. Okay. All right. Ariel says legit. Great. I don't even know what to call this. There we go. If KV2, then we know we have a problem. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. So now, passports I KV parts 0 equals KV parts 1. Okay. I think that should do it. So now the first thing I want to do is just print out this to make sure that I successfully parsed it. Oh, right. Line 36 is bad. Oh. All right. Passports. Oh, that should be a regular equals, not a colon equals. Oh, I see the problem. This is a bad instantiation condition. I think I need that. Failed to parse. This is down here. Oh, and then I need a return, of course. Okay. In either case here, I need to continue if I encounter a new line. Yep, okay. All right, so now I parsed the first value successfully, but for some reason, I'm not actually parsing all the values. So why is that not happening? Let's see. So just to check this, I am getting all the wait, 04 something. That's this last one here. Okay, so they're all getting assigned for some reason to the first index in passports. So for some reason, 2 prev-line empties in a row is not causing us to increment I to append passports and so forth. Okay. Now why would that be happening? Let me just do this really quickly. Let me make sure my detection here is broken. Wait, I don't have 2 oh! Thank you, Ariel. Yes, that's correct. I don't have 2 empty lines in a row. Reading comprehension is hard. All right, so I don't actually need this prev line empty because it is actually single line empty. Okay. Okay, well that simplifies that. This I put in for debugging, I don't need. Okay, that looks correct. Let's just check it against my input data. So the last packet should be hair color. Oh, these are hex hair colors, that's funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Oh, there's an empty map dangling on the end. So in fact, I still need. I think I need that. Okay, that looks correct now. So now I need to do a validity check on each passport. So. Each passport. Okay, so this is going to be the part A answer here. For each passport, we expect it to have the keys and CID is permitted to be missing. So for now, we're just going to ignore it. Okay. So if that is the empty string, which is the empty value for this, then if we successfully get here, then it was valid. Okay, I think that should do the trick. I get the answer of 190, so let's check that. It's correct. Great. So we now have stricter rules. All required fields are both present and valid. What about CID though? Is CID is ignored, missing, or not? Okay, so I don't have to worry about CID still. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and tidy that up real fast. All right, so same deal here. Actually, I'm not going to need this. All right, so we're going to do this. So this must be 4 digits. Okay, so now we need strconv back in here. Alright, so issue year follows the same path. Issuance year must be at least 2010 and at most 2020. Expiry year must be at least 2020 and at most 2030. Okay. Oh, whoops, I have a typo here. This should be I, and E, and E. Great. So now height. Height has to be a number followed by cm or inches. Okay. And that is just going to be, let's do it this way. So if this is less than 3, less than or equal to 3, we know we have a problem. Now I don't have to do a bounds check on it. Let's see. Close parenthesis, close bracket, subtract 2. That should do it. And now we need units. Of -2. I think that should do it. Less than or equal to 3. Yes, I did that here, I think. Oh, yes, you're correct. All right. So if now we need to, if error is not equal to nil, continue. Hello, Larry NY. Thank you for the raid. So let's see here. This is still a little bit annoying, honestly. I'm disappointed a little bit that we're still on kind of procedural programming on day 4, but it is what it is. This is at least starting to, you know, be at least a little bit non-trivial in terms of translating requirements into code, so that's fine. All right, so let's see. Oh, that should be like that. Okay. So case if is less than 150 or is greater than 193. Continue. For the inches case, this is 59 and 76, Wow, those are some very strict height requirements, I'll have to say. Cool. I think that should do it. Now, I can approach this next section here. Hair color. Okay, so this has to be exactly 6 characters, A through 9, or 0 through F. I'm going to go look at the Go documentation for regex. So actually, am I allowed to do a count? Contains rune. Yeah. Yeah, but I want to know how many times. Count. First index. Last index. Yeah, I think I'm better off just doing a regex. It's fine. Okay. Cool. So we'll do this. Yeah, that's completely fair. It has to be exactly a hash followed by the 6 characters through F, exactly 6. I think that should do the trick. And I just use a match. Match string. Contains any match, but it needs to precisely end there. Okay, but I can check on that by verifying that this is exactly 7 long. Okay. Yeah, anchors. I know. I should probably do it the correct way, but fine. We'll do that. Okay, that should do it. And then eye color. Thank you for the sub, Lead Burrito. Amber, gray, green, hazel, other, and then default. Yep, those are actually fine. The only case that should result in a rejection is if it's none of those 6 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a second, I'm missing one. Amber, blue, brown. Okay. Next, we evaluate PID. PID has to be a 9-digit number, including leading zeros. So that is just 0 through 9, and it's 9 characters long. Okay. Great. So let's just do it this way. All right. And if we get to the end here, then let's see whether I got this correct on the first try. It'd be very doubtful. Yep, nope. Something wrong in line 73. What did I do wrong here? In argument list. Oh, I see. That needed to be there. Yeah, exactly what A9 said. It is there's no fall through, so it just accepts all of them as valid except for the default case. Oh, -2, like that. All right, it currently thinks none of them are valid. That is clearly not the case. So now we need to actually understand which one of these checks is failing every single one. So if I had to make bets, my bet is that the problem is here. Let's just do that because I think that's what I fucked up. Nope. All right, that's not what I fucked up. I fucked this up. 187 cm. No, that looks fine. Okay. So let's debug this way. I think that'll give me a quick idea. No, I am not going to print all of the error messages. This will very quickly tell me which one of these is wrong. No, this should be that. That's probably not why it's not failing. Okay. I will probably eventually start using Honeycomb if I have to do something that's like massive that is expected to have a runtime of more than 10 seconds, but that is not where we are today. I bet it's probably actually one of my regexes. Okay, so let's try this and see what it does. also, how many passports were there to begin with? Oh, passport ID is being rejected 129 times. That seems like an awfully high number. Oh, whoops. That's because there's not the hash sign in front of it. There we go. That feels more realistic. Let's try entering that. How many passports are valid? That's correct. Completed day 4. Yay! All right, let's go ahead and tidy this up then. So yeah, so it was just, what slowed me down is literally one character right here. All right, I will go ahead and push this up to the servers, and you can have a look at it. It will be at github.com/lizthegray/adventofcode. Oh, that's a YubiKey key that goes to nothing. Really? Come on. Oh. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Let me solve this problem in a different way. 1 second. Let me just drag that off of my screen. Okay. That was a little bit bad. It was asking me for my YubiKey pin, which is a totally reasonable thing for it to ask for. All right, so github.com/lizthegray/adventofcode if you want to have a look at it. And the other thing that I want to show you all before we break is my lovely employer Honeycomb has shirts that say things like, if you loved it, you should have put an SLO on it. So if you'd like one of those shirts, bonfire.com, search for honeycomb.io, and you will be able to get one of these snazzy shirts like I'm wearing. Hashtag sponsored. Cool. Have a really great evening, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and I will go ahead and see who is available to raid. Let's see. We can maybe raid VWoo. Yeah, let's raid VWoo.